back in Serena, Selena, let's start a whole choir, I like the way that you get your own back, you don't need no one help you inspire,
Styles incomplete on the beat, you know.
Brian Anderson here, joined by the Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy. We'll hear from Allie LaForce as well. Here we go. And it's going to be the Jazz off the tip. Harden with it. With the drive. Pass to Ingram. Porzingis sets a screen. Corner shot. Wallace pulls it in. Maybe the results haven't been there in recent seasons, but the Jazz have an exciting young core, Coach.
Yeah, they do, B.A. They focused on youth, and some of those guys are developing into very good players. If this core stays in place and gels and they can add to it a little bit, watch out for this Jazz team.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Here's Harden. Oh, my goodness!
What a dunk!
Check it out. Harden putting on a show, throwing down an acrobatic dunk.
They set the pick. Jackson. He can't hit that time. Harden with it. Jackson in his pocket. Three-pointer. Ayton. It's good on the putback.
Yeah, some energy from Ayton there.
And here are the Warriors now. 4-point game. Earlier, Allie LaForce spoke with head coach Steve Kerr. What'd you find out, Allie?
We got to talking about Brandon Ingram, and I asked how Coach thought they might limit him tonight. Coach told me, well, there's nothing we can do about his size and his length, so we're hoping just to frustrate him and keep him off balance by getting up in his business and contesting shots. Hopefully that plan pans out for them, guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Now here's Harden. Doing some damage on the offensive end, putting up a little over 14 points a game.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Here's Jackson. 7-point differential. Outside Durant. Looking to end the run. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And how's this for a response? Durant enjoys coming right back down and delivering the cold-blooded revenge triple.
Pass to Ingram. Another three for Utah.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And there's a pick. It's Durant with a drive. Good D by Porzingis.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
And here's Ingram outside. And again, it's Utah with a three.
This game's taken on a whole new look thanks to this run.
Yeah, but we know momentum can flip the other direction very quickly. You can't get complacent now.
And Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, BA, from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
Grant, a big reason for Utah to be excited about the future, their young head coach, Will Hardy.
Yeah, BA. I mean, he's had this team competitive after trading away both Mitchell and Gobert. And I love how Hardy has developed guys like Lauri Markkanen.
That one goes. Count it. Jackson's got 6. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Outside Harden. Pass to Pippen. Beyond the arc. Outside for Ingram. Outside Harden. 6 to shoot. The three is up. Nails it from beyond the arc. Harden's gotten his second bucket.
He's never shy to let it go from three-point range. Harden wants to make the D's job as tough as possible.
Outside Mathurin. Oh, wow. Drew the contact, and that three almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Ooh, good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always. And one thing Benedict Mathurin has no shortage of is raw athleticism. Now it's just a question of him honing that physical ability to be an effective pro-level player.
There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter here. The drive by Harden. Inside. Ayton. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Well, Ayton is a very skilled player, and he has the physical tools. You just want to see him put it all together consistently.
And so Jackson Jr. will bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. Trailing by 8. Pass to Mathurin. From downtown. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
He's got that guard quickness. Mathurin showing off his catch-and-shoot ability.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Porzingis with it. Picked up by Mathurin. And here's Ingram outside. Wallace pulls it in. Golden State with the ball. The three. And Ayton pulls it down. Here's Harden. Porzingis for 3. The shot misses. The baskets were coming early and often in the first quarter. Jazz out in front. They lead by 5. Let's take the Jazz 20. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Jazz.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And I just love playing on teams like this, passing teams. You can tell they really like playing with each other, and hopefully they keep this up.
Pass to Westbrook. Outside Kuminga. Launches a 3. Offensive rebound. Here's Christie. From beyond the arc, and then some. Christie's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Nembhard outside. Off the mark there with a 3. Jazz leading by 8. Pass to Oubre. Here's Christie. From the arc. Smith outside. Westbrook with it. The 3. It's rebounded by Banchero. Here's Bona. Can't get it to fall. Outside Oubre. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line. And this is a star-driven league. But talk about the importance of role players, Grant.
Oh, B.A., a lot of times they're the ones who carry the day. You know what you'll get from your stars, but when the X factor ignites, that can make the difference.
Outside Mathurin. Back to Nembhard. Just 5 on the clock. Let's go with a 3. Utah grabs the miss.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Christie from outside, off the mark. Warriors trail by 11. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Warriors can be sloppy with the ball. Coach Kerr said, I don't mind turnovers that result from trying to make the extra pass. It's the ones that don't stand a chance to get through that bother me. If we just hit singles, we have so many playmakers and shooters that it's all going to come out pretty positively. Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you.
Well, he knew he had the size advantage to dominate the defense there. Go right at him.
Smith outside. Westbrook outside. Here's the 3. Hits the trifecta. Christie's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, it took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
And Russell Westbrook gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Nembhard left side. Up top, Durant. Puts up a 3. Here's Reed. Pass to Banchero. Now here's Nembhard. Back to Banchero. The 3 ball. And the Warriors miss again. Jazz leading by 12. To the paint. Out of bounds. It'll be Warriors ball. And so it's Golden State with it. How about Paolo Banchero, Coach? What a special talent. The first overall pick back in 2022, and then the Rookie of the Year.
Well, Brian, he's not just a scorer. He's a 6'10" playmaker. And getting that out of someone who plays on the front line and can also play as a small ball 5, Banchero's versatility makes him very valuable.
And here's Ingram from the arc. Count it. His 3rd and 5 attempts.
Well, Ingram can go shot for shot with anybody in the league. That 3 at the other end only seems to fuel his fire.
On the wing, Nembhard. No points so far. The 3, Mathurin. Another 3 for Golden State.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Second team foul.
51 seconds left in the first half of this one. Pulls it from 20. He hits the back iron and sinks it. Ingram's got 11 points.
Keep getting him the ball. He's been a huge part of this offense.
Here's Nembhard. The 3, Mathurin. Sinks the tray.
That's his second triple this quarter after hitting one earlier. This is how you space the floor.
Pass to Harden. And he drives in. And Harden with the slam.
Yeah, just a smart call by Harden. Using the pick to shake off the defense and get himself a look.
Here's Nembhard. And James Harden pulls it down.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
And there's a 3-second violation. 9 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. They set the screen. Back to Mathurin. It'll count. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so it's Utah earning this break in the action, up 10. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Here's Durant. Durant, so effective inside.
You gotta push Durant farther away than this, or he will make you pay.
Here's Harden. Warriors with the rebound. And at home for the next one, it'll be Oklahoma City pulling in. Here's Wallace. The kick to Durant. Takes a 3. Rebounded by Ingram.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Pass to Ayton. He shoots a 3. It's rebounded by Banchero. Warriors trail by 8. To the middle. Now here's Nesmith. Jacks up a 3. He can't get it to go. Outside Porzingis. And here's Ingram. Porzingis sets a screen. It's tipped. And he gets it back. Shot clock at 5. 3-pointer, Harden. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Here's the pick. Pass to Durant. Outside Nesmith. Banchero outside. Banchero takes it. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
He will muscle his way down the lane. Watch out when Banchero comes tumbling by.
I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation. Shoots. Durant, no good.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
Oh, KP with the 3.
Well, at center, Porzingis gives you a true 3-level scorer. That's why he's so valuable offensively.
Up top, Durant. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. Durant's gotten 4 this quarter.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Pass to Wallace. Jackson outside. Rebound, Utah. Now here's Westbrook. And here's Oubre from the arc. Another 3 for Utah.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Warriors trail by 15. And Russell Westbrook gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul. Coming out of the floor.
1:51 left in the third quarter. Outside Nesmith. Pass to Banchero. Pulls up on the wing. It's good.
Assertive offense from Banchero. It's good that he isn't shy about working for his looks.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, Paolo Banchero grew up in Seattle playing pros every summer, and that gave him a huge leg up in the NBA. He said, quote, "They'd always tell me it's not as hard as you think. You just have to be focused and locked in." That's what led to me having that demeanor. Brian?
The 2023 Rookie of the Year, Allie. He hit the ground running.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Back to Jackson. Reed sets a screen. This one for three. Smith with the rebound.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
And a miss there on the triple. Warriors trail by 16. Outside Durant. Banchero the screen. Durant's shot is off. And it's Westbrook with the ball for Utah. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game.
When it comes to attacking the lane, Westbrook is incredible. One of the best drivers in the league.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Reed sets a screen. Lets the three fly. And again, no good by Golden State. Here's Christie. No good from outside. And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. Utah ahead. They lead by 18. And time to... And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Stan, you're the son of a coach. Your dad was a great coach at the collegiate level. What was the best advice you ever received from him?
Well, Brian, the one that has always stuck with me is he told me in my first season, if you think you've got all the answers, it's only because you don't know all the questions. And I think that's true in everything, not just basketball.
Ayton with a screen. Throws it up high. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Ingram.
I don't know what the heck happened there. That's just a careless turnover.
Warriors trail by 18. Nembhard outside. Pass to Mathurin. Here's Bona. Now Mathurin. And there's the screen. Nembhard outside. Clock at 6. And here's Grant from the arc. And Ayton pulls it down.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
The shot by Ingram, no good. Now the Warriors with it. Grant outside. Back to Nembhard. Pass to Grant. Now here's Nembhard. Defended by Harden. Here's Bona. Reed for three. Oh my goodness! He'll go to the line with a chance at a 4-point play. Kristaps Porzingis picks one up. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Jazz.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
And I also have to praise them for their three-point shooting. They're showing a lot of confidence, letting them fly from deep.
They set the pick. Back to Nembhard. Another three for Golden State.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
And here's Harden. Pass to Ingram. Fires for three. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Jazz lead by 14.
What a finish by Ayton. Putting it right back with authority.
Mathurin with the ball. Rebounded by Pippen.
Wow, he doesn't miss many of those. He's such a strong finisher and tight.
And he goes in for the dunk.
Just such a terrific dunker.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure. Pass to Mathurin. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And the shot goes.
Well, he's been able to find points, just not enough of them. They've got to string together some more buckets.
Takes the three. Rebounded by Ingram. Jazz leading by 14. And that's an intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr had to say to the team. Coach telling their players, let's play with urgency. This is the game. I know we'll win if we play hard. Let's see how the team responds.
Okay, thank you, Allie.
Well, nice release from the pick and roll there from Ayton, and he gets rewarded for it.
And here's Ingram outside, and no good.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
Gotta love how they've just maintained their intensity, even when they're this far up.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Jazz.
They made the most of the extra rebounds tonight. Helped them out a lot.
Yeah, when you look at these teams, they're both great rebounding clubs. And any night, either one could have the advantage on the boards.
And it's a performance that will signify their 5th win of the year.
And having this win on the books might give them a little mental advantage the next 2 times these squads meet.
And we get spoiled sometimes, but we should take a second to appreciate what a sensational performance this has been for James Harden.
Well, we saw some exceptional passes from him tonight. His vision did a lot to elevate their offense.
And Harden's got the ball here for the Jazz. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. There's a screen. And here's Ingram outside. They get it back. Jackson with it. Harden picks him up. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Durant with another miss.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Unable to get that one. Solid as a rock from 20 feet out.
And it comes off a good pass. Clearly, Mathurin has been well coached on when to give it up.